Hi, my name is Jim Wellman, and today we're going to go through our corn variety lineup and tell you a little bit about each variety. The earliest product that we have available for sale in 2015 is Wellman 2401. The two digits at the end of the number, DP, stand for Double Pro, which means it's resistant to Roundup herbicide, and it also has corn borer tolerance. This particular variety has a moderately flex ear and has a very high yield potential for an early variety. As we went in northern Ohio and up through northern Michigan last year, this variety here was almost a runaway winner. So if you need a very early variety, this is an excellent place to start. It's quick out of the ground, very fast emergence, and will get established very quickly in the spring. So for an early variety with a moderately flex ear, Wellman 2401 is the one you need to look at. Wellman 2404 is also a Double Pro variety. It's a refuge in the bag product, as are all of the Double Pro products that Wellman Seed sells. That means you don't have to plant a refuge hybrid in your field. All you have to do is dump the bag into your planter and start planting. This particular variety here has fast dry down, so if you need to get started harvesting early, this is an excellent choice. It has, as I said, fast dry down, but the secret also is the nice strong stalks that this variety produces. It'll stand there and wait, so if you can't be there right exactly at the time it gets ready, it'll be ready waiting for you, and lodging has never been an issue. It's got very good disease tolerance and an excellent choice for something to start off your harvest in the first part of the season. Last year, Wellman 2307 and 2408 were the best yielding hybrids in our lineup. Whenever we went into a test plot, we knew that one of these two varieties were going to be the highest yielding in that plot. Once again this year, with the ears that have been set on these two hybrids, I think they're also going to have fantastic performance. 2307 is a Double Pro hybrid, which gives us protection against corn borer and also Roundup resistance. Wellman 2408 is a conventional hybrid. With the lower grain prices that we're experiencing, a lot of farmers are looking at more conventional type hybrids, and that's why we have several of these in our lineup. The 2307 is traded, as we said, with the Double Pro trait. Either one of them will work extremely well on all soils. They both have moderately flex ears, so based on your population, their ear size will flex to suit the conditions. They can perform very well from 30,000 all the way up to 34,000 with either variety. So if you need something that's kind of mid-season, please consider either the 2408 if you want a conventional hybrid, or the 2307 if you'd like to have the Roundup resistance along with the corn borer protection. Okay, in Wellman Seeds lineup, we also have a few hybrids that are Smart Stack hybrids, and the 2409 is one of those. With the Smart Stack trait, you get Roundup resistance, you also get corn borer protection and rootworm protection. 2409 was the highest yielding mid-season hybrid that we could find to put in our lineup that has all of these extra traits bred into it. It's got a moderately flex ear, and it has real high quality grain at harvest time. We'll have great test weight on this corn along with very impressive yields. So if you have an insect environment and you want to get the maximum protection, 2409 is the best hybrid for you. At Wellman Seeds, we realize that not all farmers have a tremendous amount of insect pressure that they need to deal with. So what we did is we took the 2409, and instead of making it as a Smart Stack hybrid, we're also making it as a Double Pro hybrid, which will give you corn borer protection and Roundup resistance, but not the expense of the rootworm trait. This variety is brand new for 2015, and as I said, it's a Double Pro hybrid, refuge in the bag, and has the same track record on yield that the 2409 does. You just don't have the added expense of the rootworm trait. So brand new for this year. If you need something around 109-day maturity, this is an excellent product to give a test on your farm this next year. Wellman 2010 is an older type hybrid, great flex on the ear. Farmers always liked it because it was very forgiving on population. It's just as happy at 28,000 as it is at 32,000. We're still making it with just the Roundup trait. This will probably be the last year, the 2015 crop year, that we have this one available for sale. But for those who have really become attached to this particular hybrid, we're still offering it in a Roundup Ready only version. For 2014, Wellman 2310 was our most popular conventional hybrid. This variety has kind of a semi-girthy ear, so in other words, if it needs to flex, it will. For the most part, it has a nice bigger ear. It's happy at a population of 28 all the way up to 40. If we have farmers that are in a intensive cropping system or precision management, this variety here will work extremely well in a twin row system or in a very high population environment. We had several farmers over the last couple years take their population all the way as high as 40,000 with tremendous yield response at those high populations. Our most popular version of the hybrid, however, is the Double Pro. The 2310 we have available, as I said, in a conventional version and also in the Double Pro version. This is by far our most popular hybrid, and farmers for the last several years have been rewarded with very, very high yield potential and excellent grain quality at harvest time. The other thing that we're doing out here is we're also looking at a couple different seed treatments. The standard encased seed treatment that we've been using for the last couple years is being used on this strip right here. On the second strip of the 2310, we have a brand new combination of seed treatments that we're looking at for next year. So if it performs as good as we think it will, we may be doing some work or some overhauling of our seed treatment that we're putting on all of our corn hybrids. So that's what we're looking at between this particular plot here and this one over here. But 2310 remains our most popular hybrid, and if you haven't had a chance to try it yet, we would encourage you to do that for the 2015 crop year. 2311 was released a couple years ago, and we have a lot of guys that use this for silage. It gets a nice tall plant, very healthy foliage. It's a fast dry down. There are several years where it's actually been drier than the 2310 at harvest time. It flowers very early for a 111-day hybrid and produces lots and lots of grain. So if you need something to kind of spread out your risk in that 110-day maturity, 2311 is a great companion hybrid to go along with the 2310. Wellman 2412 is the most healthiest hybrid that we have in our entire lineup. We use it as a refuge in the bag products of both the 2513 and also in the 2310. We offer it as a single standalone hybrid in the Roundup trait only, but it is very, very, very healthy. So if you have some fields that every year you experience high disease pressure, this is a variety we would highly recommend to use in those kinds of environments. Lots of yield potential, very, very consistent yield, but a very clean hybrid in that diseases really can't touch this thing. So if you need something that's going to do very well under stress and disease pressure, the 2412 is a great hybrid for you to choose. Wellman 2313 is our fullest season conventional hybrid. And if you like ears that are the size of baseball bats, this particular hybrid here can do that for you. It's got a very long flex ear. It'll withstand populations up to about 35,000, and it'll be just as happy if you're down around 27 or 28,000. It's got very high yield potential. Its dry down rate is similar to the 2310 in that it'll be within a point or two of the 2310 at harvest time, but it'll reward the farmers with lots and lots of grain at harvest time. Very high test weight grain, and it also has super kernel hardness, so you won't have to worry about the kernels breaking up as you handle them and dry them in the fall. Wellman 2513 Double Pro is a brand new hybrid for next year. We added it to our lineup because last year in all of the full season trials there was nothing that would beat this hybrid. It's got a lot of the same health in it that the 2412 has, and it also is a double pro product, so that means you have Roundup tolerance along with corn borer tolerance and super yield potential. It's got excellent leaf health, although this year we could see in some of the plots just a very small amount of northern corn leaf blight get started, but never really amounted to a whole lot, as the variety has very good tolerance for most of the leaf diseases. A great root system under very strong stalks. So if you're looking for something full season, the 2513 is your best bet for the 2015 crop year.